welcome back to the channel. So on this one, we've got the rack finally painted for the truck. We got that all spruced up. We got the little, bring you in here and show you, we got the little channels to hold those. I got UHMW bolted in there so that this doesn't rattle. That's tight, doesn't move at all. I actually go in there and it jams. This right here is just a hair wide, so it goes in and it comes tight, so that works pretty good. And then I've got these straps here. They're rated at 1,000 pounds each, so I got those holding it down versus using turnbuckles, because all the turnbuckles that I was looking at to get one that fits in that area isn't rated very high. So we've got these ones way up here, so you could get a long turnbuckle in that one, but the back one you don't have much option. So I thought, well, these are rated at 1,000 pounds per strap, so I think that'll work. The machine doesn't weigh 4,000 pounds. And you'll see we've got the Kemimoto 5-foot lighted whips mounted on there. So we got a little mount up there, and then for now I've just got the wire run down here and zip tied to the X-frame, and I got a battery in the back there that it's hooked to, and then I control it with the with the remote control. And then down the road I'll run some wires on this thing and make it where you can plug it into the truck and it'll charge the battery. But until then, we got this all painted, sandblasted it, and painted it with a zinc primer. And then this is Rust-Oleum Pro bed coating. So we'll see how that works out. That zinc primer we use on the boats all the time in the shipyard, and that stuff you can actually paint and just leave it the way it is and it'll last for years on its own. So the coating over the top is really a formality, make it look more even, because who wants a green rack on a red truck? So anyway, and in case you're wondering, we have this 2x6 setup in here, and my bed is a little bent. It goes up and down, up and down. And what I realized is I don't have full bearing in the spots that I need it. And even if my bed didn't go up and down, you got a bed mat, it stops short. So then under this frame, there's nothing holding it. And the other advantage to this little thing I got in here, that's got ice in it. So I've got these 2x in here. There's one here, there's one there, and then there's one up on the forward one. And that locks it in, and it goes all the way against the bed up front, and it's at the tailgate back here. So this rack can't shift sideways, it can't slide fore and aft, can't do anything. That's why I do have tie downs for them, but I don't have any straps going fore and aft. There's tie down there, and then you can see over here, there's a tie down right there. So as long as I'm using that, I don't really need to use those others. So in the future, I build a rack, I might put a diagonal piece in the corner so that it catches more framework or something. I don't know. These beds, even if you didn't have the bed mat in there, they got the ribs in there. But you see, it's all smooth here. The rib doesn't come all the way back. So if it was sitting on the rib, you're still going to have an area back here that doesn't have full bearing. This takes care of that. I have plenty of height here, so I could take it out and it fit the truck just fine. But anyway, we're getting ready to head to the UTV takeover. By the time you see this, I'll already have gone. But we got the Kemimoto whip lights on there also. 5-foot universal whip lights. Has set like that on the 400EX. Did a video on that a while back. And I wanted to put some on here because I may want to take this truck out on the dunes to use as a viewing point when they're doing the Willie Fest and the Huck Fest. I might take it up there early and park it in the right spot, and then I just gotta get my wife to it. She's still healing from her knee surgery, and then she can just sit on the tailgate and be able to watch the show. So that's an idea. Gotta get a dune tag for it, but I got the whips on there, and it'll look cool at night. And so there we go. The rack is on there finally with paint. Anyway, if you got any questions on the rack or how I did it or anything like that, these here are stainless steel. So when I put the ramp on, if I scratch that paint off of there, I don't have to worry about it rusting. These tie down points here are stainless steel, so I don't have to worry about them. I wish I had made this bottom stainless steel, because you slide that in and out and you're just going to rip the paint off. And then I also started thinking about, you know, you got all this area in here, and most of the time I'll have spare tires in there and firewood in there, and before the rack was painted, I would just throw it in there and wouldn't think anything of it. But now I got to worry about ripping the paint off. It's pretty durable. Probably just throw it in there, and when it needs it, put some more paint on it. Anyway, turn you around here again. So that's what we got for that. Like I say, if you got any questions or comments, go ahead and throw them in the section below, and I'll throw a link for those Kemimoto 5-foot lighted whips in there. And where did I put the remote? They do all kinds of stuff. It comes with this remote right here. Let's see. It's not really dark enough out here to show you all the stuff it can do, but I'll try it. Well, that's not a very cool function. Well, I'll be. Okay, apparently you don't want to push that button right there. So now they're white. 1 hour? What does that do? I don't know what that does. So let's see, mode. There we go. Now they're changing colors. Not sure if it's showing up in the video because it's not quite dark enough out. So at the end of this video, I'll try to get a shot of those running at night so you can see what they look like, and I'll throw it in. But different modes. They're red, matches the truck. So all kinds of colors. Change the speed. Got blue and green. Back to red. Get a little closer, and they got lights on that side and this side in them. So when they're running, you got color going down there. It has different color going down here. So it's not the same going up both sides. So if you get a side view of them, you kind of get different colors showing at night. It's pretty hard to see right now. Anyway, okay. We are rambling on. The rack is done. The whips are mounted on here. We got to finish getting loaded. We got to throw some firewood in there and scratch this rack up. Okay, here we go. We will catch you on the next one. See ya. Alright, there they are. Let's see, we'll go through a couple of different functions here. Now the phone doesn't do them justice. Kind of blurs them, puts them all together, but they're really pretty bright, and you can't tell that there's two different sides to it, but that's pretty bright. You can see that you can see the stuff in the back of the truck. It's lighting up the area. So that's going to make it quite a bit safer if we need to drive that thing out on the dunes, or even just to be sitting at camp doing different functions. All right, catch you on the next one.